Greetings, good morning, good morning, good day. Boy, we have to get this in quickly. We gotta make this a quickie. We've been trying to make this a quickie for the longest. God damn, it ain't easy. Okay, it ain't easy. It ain't easy giving a quickie. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that lives on the East Coast and dealing with that Arizona weather that we got here. Oh yeah, it came. Yeah, we asked for the summer. That's why they say be careful what you ask for. You may get it. You understand? Be careful what you ask. Men and women, be careful. You know, you could ask for what you want, and you may think that that's powerful. Like, well, I pray to God and ask Him. Well, be careful what you ask for, because we're paying a big price with that. Sometimes you, sometimes you could ask for something, and somebody else can suffer from it. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all niggas ask for a whipping. Some of you ask for a lot of things, and then the result is maybe they may remove you, and now you get removed, and your family suffers. You understand? Like I never understood why people delete a person. You know, I don't want to say the word, and you delete a person for their family to suffer. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you put somebody out of their misery, that's painless. You understand what I'm saying? They're not suffering anymore. So if you want them to suffer, you have to keep them on planet Earth. You understand? You can't let you don't want your enemy to suffer by letting them cop out by leaving the earth. You understand? That's not how it's supposed to be. You you have to understand how this whole thing works. You got to use your brain, and I know, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a lot of people don't use it. You know, we're living in a world. If you have less to offer, you can do a lot. Because when you have more to offer, it makes you dumb. You know, you got to remember, I'm around a lot of kids now, and I see stupidity at its highest. You know what I'm saying? Kids are good, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about teenagers. You know, teenagers is stupid. when you when you allow a teenager to have an impression on your brain, like you have to think about the power that somebody has on you to influence you. Think of that power. You ever looked at somebody on drugs and you say, what? Like, seriously, right? Shout out to Chaos Rain. What up? Good morning to you. You ever look at somebody and say, hold on. Like, they had to know what drugs do to them, and they take it anyway. And now they take it, seriously, now they take it, and now they're a slave to the drug. Like the drug controls them. And this was the person that probably talked about, that'll never be me. I could never do that. I ain't stupid. Apparently you are. You understand? So sometimes we have to look at a person and say, are we mad at the person or are we mad at the drug? Because if drugs have influence on a person and a person chose the drug, you understand? Oh, we're gonna stop drugs and no, you gotta stop that dummy that takes it. He or she is the one. That's your problem. Some of you dudes shooting up your community and going against your op. Right, but what's the point? Number one, you're broke. You're a teenager, so you know you're broke. You probably living with your mother, right? Ain't ain't you probably make $5, $10 a week emptying the garbage, and she's got to pay you that. So you're a complete loser, right? So then now you want to go kill somebody because you don't want them to enjoy life. Okay, well, remember, It doesn't affect them because if you're an op, most of the time you only been in this world for 13, 14 years. Okay? You don't even know the value of life. You don't know the value of life because you're a fool. So now the family suffers, and now you got to put them in pain. Yeah, that's good for their family. I mean, who? If I want somebody to hurt, they got to feel the pain. That's it. When you tell somebody bring the pain, you got to give them what they want. Torture them. If you're gonna let somebody hurt, torture them. You know what I mean? I don't advocate it, but I'm just saying. So this is a layout that I'll study every day. I was around kids today. You know what I mean? Had the family out. We was doing a lot. Kids in the community, and a lot of these kids, man, are really, really, really forget lost. Lost is. I'm not gonna say lost no more. Okay, they are completely effed up. You know when you listen to them, kids don't. They're worse than a black woman. They have no clue of their value. They have no clue. Their dreams and aspirations go according to the internet. That's how they're programmed. So they're already programmed by the internet. Unless the parent knows uh, a strategy to save them, they're screwed. And what could they do as people? What could a kid doesn't know how to offer? I had a discussion with these two kids. I said, let me ask you a question. What do you want to do or be when you get older? Most of the time it's undecided, a stream of dumb shit. But I said, okay, that's cool. But what's your backup plan? And they never can answer that question right. I said, do me a favor. When your mother or anybody asks you what's your backup plan, tell them either a city or state or a government job. That's it. That will give people that, you don't want people to know that you're that dumb. Because this is the problem. We can easily be manipulated. For lack of words, bamboozled. So if you know a person, if I'm walking down the street and a person say, hey, big bro, you want to play 3-card Molly? I'm going to have to say, hold on, bro, let me ask you a question, man. Hold on. Can I talk to you? What would make you look at me and ask me that? I would really got to know. Today I cut my beard off by accident in my mustache. I try to fix it. You know what I mean? But maybe it's because I don't have a beard. Like, what I want to know, what was it for you to look at me? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm at the damn light and I see that fucking bum, that black bum, especially begging for change, he looks at me and then says, "Fuck that! I'm not asking that nigga nothing." So I want to know why the guy that wants to play 3-card Molly comes to me to attempt to come to me to actually think this nigga looks like a sucker. I got to know what I'm giving off. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to you, Lonnie. How you doing, darling? God damn. You understand? So you got to think about this. Like, I've been trying to hold this conversation back over and over and over again, but I just can't seem to escape it. You look at politicians, which is a cult. That's all it is. All right. You listen to them, right? Because that's what cults are supposed to do. Cults are supposed to influence you because a cult can only influence a dummy. You can't influence a smart person. You got to be stupid to be influenced by a cult. So now we got the politicians, which is a cult, right? Right. That's the main thing. The second cult that we have now, you got to think on the lines of, let's stick with the politicians. We're not going to even lose you. So you as a person that supports a particular politician, or you believe Democrats, whatever you believe, it's a scam. These people will do publicity stunts right in front of your face. Rappers can't do those publicity stunts because they end up killing each other because they're stupid. But the remarkable smart people are the politicians because they know how to bait you. They go against each other. How can you tell me Drake took was going to sue Kendrick Lamar, and y'all believed it. Y'all really believed that Kendrick and Lamar were going to battle each other. That was a publicity stunt. That's why they're both so successful right now. Why do you think Drake's records are on fire? Why do you think you'll never hear Jim Jones on a Drake track? You'll never hear Jim Jones on a track with Kendrick Lamar. They not only does he don't need him, but he's garbage. So if you listen to Jim Jones, you see it keeps getting deeper. You must be retarded to actually believe him and not know that the black man suffers with the old man, the grumpy grandpa disease. You gotta realize that all of this is to influence you. And you could only to receive influence, you gotta be vulnerable or curious. If you're curious, we're gonna get you. If you're vulnerable, we definitely got you. So when you're thinking, yeah, Trump, when you standing behind one man that rules the country, and you know the nigga's an idiot, but you are so brainwashed. You can't, you got to remember what brainwash. Brainwash means there's no saving. You can't fix brainwashed. That's worse than influence. Brainwash means it is that's equivalent to the doctor telling you this person's brain dead. We're gonna have to pull the cord. That's it. Because even if he comes back, he's not going to be right. So you're never going to be right when you are brainwashed. So when you believe one man is going to build this country, the smart person knows that if this person has this much influence, he's going to destroy the country. See, the person with common sense doesn't even get into that argument because he knows that group of people is all stupid, and you can't fix stupid. It. Let me say it again. You cannot fix stupid. So let's move on. Right? Shout out to Valley. What up, Valley? Shout out to my baby girl. So you got to think on the levels of if all of these things you think because you've accumulated or accomplished whatever because you're young or you do this and do that. If you think a man, when a man's a man is when he's taking care of his parents. A man's not a man until he's able to take care of it. I don't give a fuck if he's living in the same room with him. You know what I mean? But if you live with your family, whether you're 15 or 40, and you don't contribute shit, you're not a man. Children do that. Children don't have to contribute nothing because they're kids. I'm not going to tell my daughter to give me half of the money for the fucking rent. You dig what I'm saying? She's 4 years old. You dig? At 14, she still will be a child, God willing. You understand? So you got to think on a level is, let's just say this live stream is going to be about, am I smart or stupid? I want you to challenge yourself to see how fucking dumb you are. Okay? I want to challenge you, not me, because I know the deal. I want to challenge both male and female. And after this, I want you to give yourself the test to say, am I a stupid fuck or am I a fucking dummy? Because you got to be one or the other. One is worse than the other, but you can't be smart. You can't be smart when you've been bamboozled. You can't be smart when you've been duped. Not duped, okay? Duped. D-U-P-D with a P. Puh. Duped. Look it up. When you've been duped by somebody, you're the fucking dumb one. Okay, you can't be duped and the nigga shot you in the back. You can't be duped and the nigga set you up and robbed you. That ain't duped. That's a robbery. That means caught you slipping. But when you duped, you coming there with open arms and they asking you, listen, they know you're dumb. So they target that because they know you're a fucking retarded bastard. So they target you. You in return will respond because the oppressor knows that you're going to follow. Because once they have the effect of you as bamboozle you because they have influence, now they're a cult. And a cult leader, follow me now, a cult leader can do anything to you. There's nothing a cult leader can't do that you won't support because he's your cult leader. You're already in the cult. You can't be different than anybody else because you're part of that cult. I don't care which way you do it. To deal with them is a waste of time. To kill them is a waste of fucking time. Because then you got to kill all the fucking people that followed them. Unless you did it like the real Jim Jones, not rapper Jim Jones, the real Jim Jones when he made you take the fucking kiss of death and the damn fatal drink that killed them all. They were all dummies. So you got to realize in this world, the average person is a complete lunatic. If you can, to be a car dealer, to own a dealership, you got to target the dummies. They're the ones that's going to make you rich. That is the true billionaire mindset. You got to target. Well, unless you get cheap later, if you get cheap labor overseas, if you stay here, you got to concentrate and point it and promote to that dummy. You're a leader now. As a cult leader, you have power. You're smart. You're only smart because you're a cult leader, but you as a cult leader could be a complete fucking lunatic. Which is better because you're going to attract more lunatics. Nobody dealing with you can't be official being part of a cult. Let's get that. I don't give a fuck if they're a millionaire. Okay? It could be 50 Cent. It could be Diddy. It could be the neighborhood drug dealer. All these motherfuckers are sorry because they're part of that group. But you wonder why I don't understand. There's nothing to understand. You can't analyze a dummy. Well, how can a person be a dummy and be rich? Again, only a dummy would ask a question like that. Don't answer it. That's all. Leave dumb motherfuckers alone. You can't bring a dummy to the promised land. It is absolutely biologically impossible. So again, before I go on with what I'm talking about, we got to break down the whole situation on health. Let's start with that first. Eat green, you got to eat this and eat that. Really? You know what's funny to me? The only thing that seems to make you fucking lose weight instantly is a goddamn laxative, or if you had diarrhea. Diarrhea cleans out your system. So how the fuck is a nigga going to die? He ain't fucking having no water coming out his ass. Okay? Because that's all that your body is holding. Water and shit is all waste. So how is it they tell you to eat properly? There's no such fucking thing as eating properly. That's another lie. Okay? It's another lie. The key in life is moderation. The fucking end. Okay? Ask a person that had an overdose. Ask their family member if they had took a little less of that motherfucking goddamn killer drug, they would have been alive. They took too much. You can't bite off more than you can chew. That'll kill you. That'll kill a hard-working man. So the more and more you listen to this society with all these stupid things, you have your vitamins, do this. Nobody was doing this shit 10 years ago. That's all bullshit. Okay? Look at these damn, historically, when niggas is smoking cigarettes to 100 years old, eating fried chicken every fucking day, eating Crisco, how come they died of regular natural causes? Why all of a sudden now everything you eat is putting you in the fucking grave? Right. Because they telling you that you shouldn't eat it. Eat this. So the shit you eat, it ain't gonna do any fucking difference either, because you're gonna trust it because it came from the ground. What if they put a pesticide on that shit? How come them goddamn greens in your refrigerator either lasted forever, which means it has a chemical, or why did it die so quick? You telling me now when they pick strawberries out the fucking ground, they just they don't put nothing on there? They have to because by the time they deliver it to the fucking retail store, it's gonna have fungus on there. So what do they put on there to last? How about that? Okay, it's like a dead body. Why do they put amalgahide into the body? To preserve it so it could get to the funeral. So what do they do when they have fresh strawberries and they want them to be bright red? Why is it that the thing that you put in the grass to be dark, beautiful green is a fucking chemical that's cancer causing? Why is that? Why does it seem like everything that enhances something is so motherfucking vicious to our system, but they tell you to drink the fucking water? So you don't even know what's killing you because you've been bamboozled. Now again, that bamboozle is a level of what are you gonna do? You gotta eat. You can't eat no Haagen-Dazs ice cream every fucking day. You understand? You can't eat ice cream every day. You can't eat ice cream every day because it will clog your arteries, right? But you could eat that bitch every fucking weekend and won't do a goddamn thing. You understand? It just won't. Shout out to Michael Matro. Um, Religion could also have an influence on pastors and mega. Pastors are all shit. All of them. And they get promoted. They get rewarded for being shit because they don't even have to pay taxes. They no different than the fucking president. They're leaders. Okay? They are leaders. They have a job. Their job is to influence you beyond belief so you could give 18% of your fucking goddamn income. I don't, especially if you got a retirement. You understand? Especially if you on SSI. That is their goal of a good pastor in a mega churches because he's getting chicken from all the motherfucking goddamn members. That's why the church is mega. The bigger the church, am I lying? Am I lying, ladies and gentlemen? The bigger the church, the more motherfuckers is gonna support it. Because it's bigger. They believe God is actually in there. Well, he gotta be. They believe you in a metronome or a big superdome and you doing a big thing with one of them damn celebrity pastors. Forget it. Look at the congregation. That's not a congregation, that's a football crowd. That one man has influence on people, whether it's the president, whether it's the pastor, whether it's your teacher that's raping you every fucking day. He has influence on you. So at what point did y'all start receiving that? And I need you to tell me this. I'm really trying to understand this, right? What point as black people, as people, do you get to actually believe that celebrities and politicians are your God? They're your God. If you look up to celebrities and politicians, you cannot worship God. It's impossible because you have a cult influence. Do you understand? And again, I just want to know. I want to know when you think of the Manosphere and you look at that this movement's been in here for 50 plus years, right? And the loser black male said, you know what? I think we got it. This is our time. I got a platform. God damn, I could speak, say whatever the fuck I want. And then he fucking takes this old misogynistic cult of males, loser males, okay? Loser fucking males that should be suffering, not dead. We don't need them dead because that's going to be 60-70% of the men in the world. You don't want to do that. You don't want you just want to have a few of them suffer. Kevin Samuels died, right? Where's the reward? Well, with him dying, no, the reward is his followers. His followers are in pain. He doesn't know, he's no longer here. So his influence is not as big as it's going to be because the more and more he was given influence, remember, I don't do influence here. I do inspiration. All right. That hits far few beyond people. But when you have influence, you can hit a big abundance of people. Okay? Jay-Z has influence. Beyonce has influence. If Jay-Z walks on stage with a damn gas fucking station uniform helper, which he did a mechanic uniform, those are big right now. They're wearing the old mechanic uniforms. He had a little chain. He's gonna get he has influence. Jim Jones has influence, the rapper. Beyonce has a gorilla. Rappers all have influence because people are watching what they do. Write it down. They're watching what they do. So when you see the Manosphere, which pretty much was, the guy that was kicking his wife's ass in the 1970s and tell that bitch go get my dinner and clean my ass, okay? That was the misogynistic shithole. But you thought it was James Evans. Oh, he's a tough guy. He was a real father. Yeah, in real life, he was a piece of shit. He played a character as a man, but at the end of the day, he was a misogynistic piece of shit that worshipped white women. That's who he was. And as a result of it, it got him later because his kids ended up fucking robbing him before he died. They took advantage of his mental illness. So you understand how it works? So I want to ask you, 50 plus years, we had two things. We had hip hop music was created, which was inspiring. It's not influential like it is now. It was inspiring then because it was something to do, right? It was something to do. So now you have this impact from you got the hip hop being created, but you forgot in the early 70s, the Manosphere was created. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was a whole bunch of loser fucking men that didn't want their woman to start working. Well, that changed in the late 70s. Okay. Because what ended up happening right now, the wife had to go to work. The man was a failure. He was beating the shit out of his wife on some Mike Turner shit. And they didn't realize the woman was succeeding. Oh, yeah. There were women winning out there. So they had one woman that showed the world that fuck this misogynistic shithole code. Okay, her name was Tina Turner. She turned her life around. Okay, it's like Farrah Fawcett in the movie The Burning Bed. She turned her life around. Once they started seeing that this was giving inspiration to a woman, that they didn't have to take this shit, okay, and realize that they got a place to run, they can run to a shelter. The loser male started to fail because she can do without him. Okay? They started realizing she can do without him. And once they started seeing that, they slowed down because they no longer had the influence. But 2005, 2009, it came back. Oh, yeah, the loser male, which was raised by his mama, okay, or his worthless fucking father that never even taught him shit, puts his loser male into a society and has the fucking baby when he should have fucking got rid of it, okay? He keeps it, or she kept it. And now 15, 20, 30 years later, the nigga gets on the internet and says, you know what? I ain't shit. I feel like shit. I'm gonna re-promote and re-submerge this goddamn awful, awful movement and join this cult. See, the black man is destined for fucking failure because he's either gonna join a cult, it could be a cult. It could be a cult of the damn industry. They got to screw him up his ass in order for him to get in, and they keep their mouth shut. He may join a gang and may fuck his community up as he does so well, or he's gonna he just loves cults. So he joins this cult, this anti-woman. He becomes part of this anti-woman movement. And then he realizes that, oh shit, these niggas got a voice. Right. Because he received it like most people do, because most people don't have fucking brains. They ain't nothing but damn slaves to a job. Okay. All you are is a slave to your fucking job. He told you 20, 30, 40 years you can retire. Really? How come you can't retire in 5 years? Because they want to lock you in. Once they got influence on your ass, you can't go no fucking way. That you got to work with me 30 years, nigga, before I give you any mode of fucking compensation. Think about that. And you do it because you got no choice. You either going to be a bum or you go with us. That's what they tell you. So you go with them and you drive a bus and be miserable. And now they tell you we're going to give you great benefits. Right. So now your dreams is in the fucking toilet. You can forget about that because now your coon ass is going to be like, yes, sir, I can do that. Or I get all benefits. All you working is for benefits. You got to work 20, 30 years for fucking benefits. Good luck with that. And then you believe it's good. So I'm going to just keep it real and keep this real simple, ladies and gentlemen. When you have influence on your brain, you are no different than a person that's alcoholic. You're no different than a person that's a junkie. You're no different than a motherfucker that's a prostitute. Either way, your mind is done, your soul is done. Because you allow that in. Okay? Don't come to me anymore about no motherfucking goddamn Manosphere at all. Okay, they was losers in the 1970s and they fucking losers in 2025. Going into 2026. You niggas ain't winning. Y'all haven't did shit since Kevin Samuels been dead. As a matter of fact, you got disengaged. Now you suffering the same way that man was suffering in the 1970s when his wife went and got in the shelter, got her shit together, and they gave her rewards to get her fucking life together because of that black shithole they wanted to eliminate him. Now that worked. Because they told a black woman family, listen, fuck that bum ass nigga, we'll give you welfare. They didn't want the black man in the house. They knew he was an animal. So they eliminated him by rewarding the fact that the black woman is a minority times two. Now, 50 years later, a woman don't need no nigga to pay no fucking bill. Okay, she can do better. But fuck bad by herself. She can do better by herself. Okay, what's the new one now? Now they tell you if you're in a bad relationship, you can get heart disease from that shit. You can fucking inherit it. You can administer heart disease from. Look it up. I just read about it today. You can administer heart disease by being in an unhealthy, toxic relationship. Imagine that your heart is taking a beating from that. You think you better, I don't do drugs, I don't do alcohol. You might as well. You might as well because crack don't give you no fucking goddamn heart disease. Okay? Stress gives you heart disease. And when you with that shithole that went to the misogyny school, where you ain't going nowhere with that. He's a piece of fucking dirt. He can't run a country. He can't run a fucking damn organization such as entertainment, Diddy, Trump. He can't do nothing. Everything he does will fail because he's part of that code. And the code is not to benefit you. He gets the benefit of you because you're a member. He gets the membership, but the problem is he ain't going to be able to lead you in the right direction. He could only lead you in the bad direction. That's what a cult leader does. That's why it's called a cult. There's nothing positive about a cult, dummy. Okay? So when you learn these motherfuckers, you got to understand and say, how dumb am I? I've never had a Manosphere conversation in my life. I never did. Never. That's like a nigga coming. That's equivalent to a motherfucker telling me this 3-year-old got a nice ass. Yeah, I wouldn't conversate with a motherfucker like that. And if a Manosphere conversation comes to me, that means there's something that looks. He may thought I played 3-card Molly. Cause them niggas gonna look at me and say, nah, that nigga ain't going for this bullshit. They know it. They can throw little darts and call simp and fuck him a slave to a black. He can say whatever he want. I don't conversate with him. It's not on my fucking level. That's beneath my goddamn shoe. Matter of fact, I just gave the shoe away to the fucking Salvation Army. Okay? All right, it's over there. I threw it in the fucking garbage with all the rest of the goddamn shoes. I can't comprehend everything they think about. But you do. You are influenced by that motherfucker. Okay? You are influenced by him. Okay? You are influenced by misogynistic male cheapskate. He's a cheap fuck. Okay, he's cheap to the goddamn government. He's cheap to organize his community. He's a cheap to his own black woman or his own race. He's a piece of shit. Well, Nate, is Eddie Murphy misogynistic? Of course he is. He married a white fucking whore. What do you think? Well, Eddie Murphy's rich. Rich and having value is two entirely different things. Okay, when you say somebody's rich, that means they got a lot of money. You still could be a piece of shit. Ask that motherfucker that owned the island and killed himself in jail. Go down to hell and look for him and ask him, am I lying? Money don't make a man. A man just makes the money. Money don't make a man. The mindset makes a man. How he produces things, how he receives it makes a man. If he's an emotional bitch, he's not a fucking man. But you got too many examples that are pro cult. The internet, YouTube, all the above, they all co-sign it. Look at my numbers as I'm talking to you. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. There's 12 people in the room. But if I was saying get rid of black women, they're stupid, they stink, and they ugly, there'd be 122 motherfuckers in the room. They give you a bonus. Same way how they give that fucking federal damn rat a bonus. God, you know what, nigga? We're going to pay you, plus we're going to keep you out of jail. Keep bringing them niggas in. Okay? You looking at the neighborhood, oh, wow, they're really doing a lot. These politicians are stepping up. It ain't the politicians, nigga. Niggas is paying these niggas to get niggas locked up. That's why the hood getting better. The only way you gonna fucking eliminate a man is throwing his ass in fucking jail. That's how you disengage him. You take away his freedom. He can't reproduce shit. You know, ain't gonna marry a motherfucker, so that's how they get him. So you got to remember, it's a mode of intelligence you got to have. So please understand, if you endure any of the information from the Manosphere logic, the misogynistic mindset, that means because you're a goddamn fool. You've been duped. And only a dummy can be duped, dummy. Write it down. Only a dummy could be duped. You can't dupe the scholar. You can't dupe an official. You dupe a dummy. If Nas responds to fucking Jim Jones, he been duped. You don't respond to garbage. If you go to the camera, if you go to the ring bell, somebody rings the bell, and you see a bag of garbage at the fucking door, don't go to the goddamn door. It's garbage. Somebody left the garbage. If anybody, tell the cop to go in there and check what's in that fucking bag. I'm not opening that goddamn door. I don't know what's in it. It could be a pile of fucking dog shit. You been duped. Some of y'all get them texts, oh God, I owe money on a DMV. You've been duped. Only a dummy will fall for that. Oh, I gotta pay. Some of y'all niggas had fucking Con Edison and whoever your carrier is, wherever you live, that said that you owed money on electric bill. Some of y'all niggas never had electric bill, but your stupid ass seen your name on there and said, "Oh God, it gotta be me." And then you go into you get frantic, you panic. You've been duped. Oh, the eggs are going up. Gas was low when Trump was in office. Yeah, well, that's what you think because you're part of the cult. And now the gas is high again. Why you ain't saying nothing? Because you've been brainwashed. There's nothing you can't do nothing about a nigga. Stop arguing, motherfuckers. Is in cult. Don't talk to them. Don't cut them off. Just don't talk to them. When they talk, just get up and fucking walk away and close the door behind you. That's all. And when they ask you why you left, never tell them. Say, I had to take a shit. I had to fart. That's all. Never tell them the fucking truth. You understand? Because the cult leader can only do that. When a cult leader tells them that they're a piece of shit, they believe it. When a cult leader tells them that the greatest thing in the world, they believe it. You have no influence on them. So don't try. There's no way you're going to inspire one of these motherfuckers. Okay? Manosphere, both male and female, you've been bamboozled by a cult of misogynistic male cheapskates. They're fucking cheap and stingy. They're bitter. Okay, and they were. I don't give a fuck. Well, what about 50 cents? 50 cents is a fucking loser. He's always been a fucking loser. And they need more losers to get you niggas off track. Okay? Because the losers, you're influenced by the loser. So that's what they get them for. They get that loser to influence you, and then they got you. God damn, I caught three more. Really? Wow, niggas is dumb. Okay, well, come get your check. We owe you money. When are you coming to get your money? You've been duped. You've been fucking duped. Let me share a video with you and tell you what duped. This is what you call when you've been fucking duped. Okay? 50 Cent is a queen. I'm convinced. Well, what do y'all? Oh, we don't seek it. 50 Cent here. Like, don't believe that. I'm different than you. I believe 50 and Young Buck was fucking. I believe that. How did he get on? He ain't know the nigga was a homo. How you gonna get a nigga from motherfucking Tennessee and he's sleeping with all these trannies and you didn't know that? Y'all forgot to blame 50 for that shit. Why was he part of G Unit, gay unit? All right. Okay. Little Wayne was fucking sucking baby's dick. Okay. All right. Tyler Perry sucking little actors' dicks and all that, getting fucked in his ass. I mean, these are all cult leaders. Baby and Cash Money and Wayne, little Wayne was getting raped. Okay. Okay. Oh no, that was abuse. It wasn't abuse because Little Wayne never said it was abuse. He never said that what you call it fucked him up his ass. Okay? He never said him and baby was fucking. He never said that because if he said the fact that he never said that proves that it's a cult. He'll never speak on it. He'll speak on everything else. He'll never speak on that. I'm telling you. Okay? Little Wayne ain't no motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Little Wayne and baby, okay? Young Thug, Young Thug and Gunna, Tyler Perry and Friends, okay? The industry, okay? The secret society. Should I keep going on? The entertainment industry, okay? Okay, this is this is what you call cults. These are cults. So you can't be smart and be part of a fucking cult. Manosphere, beyond them being a pile of shit, you influenced by them because you believe it. So I'm gonna share this one video right now, and I want you to hear the difference of what goes on here.
Ex-girlfriend Cuban Link. Now, if you don't know, 50 Cent's last relationship lasted 2 years, and it was with social media influencer Jamira Haynes. And I'm not gonna lie, she was so bad.
Oh, nigga, shut up, country boy. Okay, okay, shut up, country boy. Just shut up. Okay, you never met a fucking celebrity in your life, nigga. All you doing is gossiping. Okay, just knock it off. Okay, she was so bad, whatever. Why? Because she's Latin. You wouldn't say that if she was black. Cuban link. Okay, she clearly letting you know I ain't fucking black. Okay, but you listen to this nigga. You listen to him because he's an influencer. He gets paid. YouTube cut you a check to influence people. Facts. You could inspire them, but you ain't gonna make a lot of money inspiring motherfuckers. Take it from me. I don't make a lot here. You understand? You make the money when you influence. Kai Sinat, these niggas is millionaires. Because they got influence. There's no millionaire that inspires no fucking body. It doesn't work. Okay, Kevin Samuels tried to inspire motherfuckers when he first started. That shit ain't go nowhere. His channel was dirt. Trying to tell niggas how to dress and colognes. They don't give you no stars for trying to help the black man. They give you more stars when you influence him. So 50 Cent basically what happened here is this woman asked the nigga for 10,000. Now I'm thinking she must be black because Hispanic women don't go through that shit. He asked 50 for $10,000 and that shithole fucking 50. Okay, Trump's fucking little bitch. Okay, that's what 50 is. All right. Cheapskate Jake. He deaded the relationship like a queen. Okay, that's how come you know he takes dick up his ass because he's so quick to get rid of a woman. He only dealing with her. All right. He ain't never been married. He never will. Him and Buster, they probably sucking each other's dick and doing 69s. They both don't marry women. They both misogynistic cheapskates. Oh, what the fuck?
50 Cent was loving her and everything. But she just hit the internet this week and explains that he ended the 2-year relationship after she asked him for $10,000. Cuban Link recently shared an emotional statement. Ladies, think twice before dating someone like 50 Cent. In fact, if your partner follows him on social media, it might even be a red flag. During the 2 years we were together, he never gave me a single dollar. The only gift I ever received was a wig, which he actually asked me to return the day we broke up. It wasn't even worth $100. Cuban Link explained that she never asked him for money during the entire course of their relationship. But the one time she did, requesting $10,000, his response.
Well, who's the fucking dummy here? Who's the dummy? I want y'all to answer this. I want to see if we on a bit B mindset. Who's a fucking dummy? Who's the dummy here? There's only one answer. Who's the fucking dummy here? Okay. Okay, there's only one fool here. One goddamn fucking idiot. Who's the dummy? I'm asking, I want to know. I'm speaking. Who is the fool? Some of y'all like, well, damn, man, we don't know. Give us a hint. It ain't nothing. You can't give a hint. We'll be here all fucking night if I give you a goddamn hint. That ain't gonna work. Cause my hint ain't gonna work. Who is the dummy? The video's been on for 30 seconds. Who's the fucking dummy here? I tell you who the dummy is. Okay, Cuban Link's dumb fucking ass. Okay, okay. She dated a fucking nearly billionaire, and she dated a billionaire. She ain't get shit from the nigga. All these motherfuckers is like that. Manosphere niggas, misogynistic niggas, them niggas is cheap. Okay? All right? All right. Well, all they want to do is have you fucking eat at the house so they ain't gotta pay for nothing. Goddamn, bitch, why don't you come over for dinner? I'll cook you some oxtails. Okay, why not cook you some oxtails and some rice and beans? We ain't gotta go out in public. Okay? And the minute that motherfucking bitch curves him, now he wanna diss all woman. My boy right now is going through it, all fucked up. Okay, he's all fucked up. This bitch dissed him ass, never came through for dinner. This nigga's still calling from different numbers. This nigga's creating new fucking numbers to call her from because he's like, damn, bitch, why'd you do this to me? You understand? Okay, who's the sucker? Him. Okay, he deserves that. The bitch was supposed to do that because my boy is a fucking dummy. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, I don't necessarily say he's misogynistic, but I can see if he is misogynistic, it's going to come from that because he keeps getting curved. He can't organically meet a woman in person. That hurts a nigga when goddamn you get dissed online, ain't shit, but in person somebody looks at you and say no thank you and gives you a fake number. That shit fucking hurts. Okay, so let's understand that. So moving along, we gonna hear what she got to say. Hear this shit. Hold on. She couldn't get $10,000 from a millionaire.
I surprised her. He said, "You are so strong, independent woman. You don't need a man to take care of your bills. Here's $50." Feeling disappointed and hurt, she ended the relationship. His final words, she claimed, were, "I've been waiting to hear that for a long time. Please leave the wig on the table before you go." She concluded by saying, "I truly regret falling for him. 1150 Cent was the biggest mistake of my life."
You must be black. There's no fucking way Cuban Link is Latin. There's no way. Because she ain't get no money from him. Black women keep their values very low in their standards. I think Cuban Link markets herself as a Latin woman, but she's just a sister. She's like that other dumb bitch that I got in the damn thumbnail. Okay? What's her name? Who's the girl I got in there? What's her name? The damn influencer. Okay. Okay, both fucking dummies. You actually believe that you was gonna get. You can't do that shit. You wasn't his second baby's mother. Let me tell you something about that black shithole. He's only cheap to a black woman. He don't play that cheap shit with a white woman because that's how he gets validated. So he gotta put his money up. He don't play that bullshit with a Latin woman because he knows that bitch gonna tell her grandmother and her fucking grandfather in the grave need some money, you know, and he gonna be a slave to that fucking two-wong fool egg roll eating bitch. Okay, all right, or that fucking curry eating fucking Indian whore. Okay, he doesn't play that with them. He plays that with that black woman. Cuban links probably. I can tell she's not Latin just from her comment. Okay, because Tatted Up Holly didn't do none of that shit. She was getting a bag from 50. Okay, Tatted, he was in love with that fucking damn slut. Okay, and she was Puerto Rican. Okay, Cuban Link, you're just using the name. You're okay because if you see, if you said Black Woman Link, okay, or Black Super Sister, you know that shit ain't gonna work. To link that black fucking loser male, you gotta be foreign. So what you did, you try to play this foreign shit with the wig. You mentioned wig, okay? No Latin woman's gonna tell a nigga that to take the wig fucking back, okay? That's some black shit. Okay? So knock it the fuck off. Let's go.
He's just extremely tight with money. Dang, 50, why is you such a savage? I remember that
No.
one song. I don't know what you heard about me.
Yeah, well, I got some news for you. Cuban link, black link. Okay. All right. Sisters do the same shit. Be with a billionaire forever and then get a goddamn thing. 50 Cent's first baby's mother didn't get shit. She didn't get a goddamn thing. All she got was promises and seeing this nigga shit on her and drag the fuck out of her. Well, she wasn't rich. He wasn't on me when he was on. You just didn't know, but that nigga was getting advances. Okay, she didn't get. How you think he burnt up that house? He burnt up that. He ain't burn the fucking house up because she bought it. He burnt it up because he bought it. Even though it wasn't an expensive mansion, but okay, but that second baby's mother, that's the bitch he salutes. That same one Diddy was fucking. He ain't dragging her. Oh, you're just gonna get custody. Yeah, but why? Why? If he gonna just get custody, which is gonna be more? Either way, he's screwed. How is it that he got this black woman that's acting like she's Latin, and now he gonna drop the bitch for fucking $10,000 because she asked him for that's some shit he do to a black woman. That's where a nigga. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what's under that fucking wig. He know them beady beads is under that shit. That's why he did that. He would have never, oh no, she is Latin. She's half Cuban. No, no, she's not. He would have never, they don't do that to non-black women. That nigga's a cheapskate to the motherfucking sisters. I don't understand that. Okay? And look at Diddy. He gave that bitch 30 fucking $1 million because she said, I'll tell everybody. And he gave it to Cassie. Ain't no sister collect no money from Diddy. And that nigga had a lot of black accusers.
But can't get it out of me. But I didn't know you was that serious, bruh. Gosh. But I'm not gonna lie. At first, I didn't believe that this was a legitimate article until
Nah, she's all made up. That's just everything. Oh, she's just all made. That's not a Latin woman. Sorry. I don't give a fuck what a nigga tells. Just a black woman with chinky eyes. Okay? Believe me, he knows what's under that fucking head. He know that pussy got them naps on it. So he knows. He said, God damn bitch, I got the naps on my goddamn head. You got naps down there. Shit, this bitch is a nigga. That's why he treated her like that. He treated her the same way if that had been Nicki Minaj. Same way if that had been a black woman from Queens. Bitch asked me $10,000. End of the conversation, end of the fucking relationship. That's what happened. Shout out to Yolanda Williams. Okay? Okay, let's hear what Cheapskate Jay got to say. Go ahead, Cheapskate.
I saw 50 Cent like the post. Look right here. He liked it. So that means it was true. I'm not gonna lie though, it broke my heart when I found out that he wasn't dating her no more because they was going so strong.
Don't believe that. Because he's a sister. She was a black woman. That's what they do. I'm telling you, that foreign bitch, that white bitch, she don't. You ever see that? Do you ever hear that foreign and white woman complaining? Unless she's a damn fucking wigger. Okay, don't listen to Amber Rose and Kim Kardashian. Those are wiggers. Okay, they deal with niggas the same way you do because they foolish. Okay, with low self-esteem. You have to have low self-esteem to date 50 Cent as a black woman. Okay? As a Latin woman, you're fucking smart. See the difference? You can't. You didn't. You're not gonna get shit from 50. No sister is. Ask him. Ask his baby's mother. Am I lying? Ask Curtis Jr.'s mother. Am I fucking lying? Ask him.
From the heart, and I knew that it didn't matter really. That the money really didn't matter, so you didn't have to concentrate or do nothing too crazy. So I said, I'm gonna just go to Marshalls.
See the type of shit how they do that, sister? Instead of a Birkin bag, he went and put a fucking $3 bag in that bitch. That's they don't do this shit to non-black women. I'm telling you, they don't. Misogynistic black men do not do this to foreign non-black women. They put them on a pedestal. I don't give a fuck if you're a church lady. He got that foreign prostitute. He's gonna put her on a pedestal. He's gonna spend more money on her. Believe me, because he knows if he had did it with that foreign bitch, he would have been finished. Okay? Trust me when I tell you. That was corny, Fifth. That was corny as fuck. Okay. Okay. Well, he bought her a car. You think 50 gonna buy a woman a car? That shit's lease, man. Kidding me? He fucking got her a rental. That's all. Okay. 50 Vivica Fox Alden. Now, this is 50 Cent's baby's mother. This is the first one. She still fucking don't know what happened. It was her. She's a fucking idiot. Okay?
It's a love-hate situation.
And here's a clip of his first baby mama talking about how he was dating Sierra and then he left Sierra for Daphne.
Around what year was that though that this took place? Because I think the child. How old is
It was about maybe 2008, 2011, because at the time before he got with her, he was with Sierra. So he left Sierra to be with her, to be with Daphne, which I couldn't understand because Marquise loved Sierra. His family adored Sierra, and he left Sierra to be with Daphne.
You said about 2008, 2009.
No, yeah, maybe him and Sierra probably maybe 2010. I'm not sure, but I know he was with the girl Daphne maybe like 2011, 2012.
She's still, that's all she keeps saying. She's not sure. She's a sister. Sisters just are destined to deal with that shithole. Whether he rich or poor, don't fucking matter. They can never get the fact that you know how many when Cassie, I remember when Cassie, the shit came out. And every sister I knew was riding with Diddy. No, that bitch is lying. Yeah, but then when he paid her 24 hours, he gave her 30 million. Now, 2-3 months after that, they fucking locked his ass up. Okay, so what happened to all that, black woman? Now Cuban links want to be fucking Latin ass. Now she's in there reading some more long Instagram thing about 50. Come on now, you gotta realize that. Don't be duped by these losers. You're on your fucking own. You get duped by them, you're worthless to me. Don't be fucking bamboozled by them. It's a fucking cult. The end. Yes, they do have influence. They got power. No doubt about that. Okay? We don't need another dumb motherfucker in the world. We got enough of that. Okay? We got too many fucking dummies. Okay? You've been duped by the master, both of y'all, male and female. Okay, some of y'all still got some shit that Kevin Samuel said that you still believe because you've been duped, dummy. Only when it benefited was Kevin Samuel. No one he faked his death. Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. That nigga's still alive. Okay, he just came off with $10 million because he had a whole bunch of dumb motherfuckers that was influenced by him. Facts. Look it up. You think Pac is alive? Shit, that's it. Kevin Samuels is easy to fake a death. He was first and foremost, you got AI. Okay? Okay? Nigga could come back from the fucking dead on AI. Easy. All right? Well, I seen it. None of y'all seen it. Y'all didn't go to the fucking funeral. You know nothing about this man. You never seen this nigga in person. You seen him in a Future video with Future. That's about it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep this here. All right. You've been duped by the Manosphere, both you, male and female. All right. Bamboozled by a cult of misogynistic male cheapskates. White too. It fucking loses. They cheap to you. They don't want to do shit for a black man, but they go to Colombia and buy that prostitute and eat her fucking pussy out after she had 100 dicks in her that day. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. They're worthless. Okay? They was already falling off and you brought them back. These niggas been suffering since. I'll give an example. Y'all called them an alpha male. Ain't no fucking such thing as an alpha male. An alpha male is a fucking misogynistic fucking piece of shit. All right? That's what he is. He believes his woman's supposed to be a slave, you fool. Look it up. Any man talking about masculinity is a bati boy. That's why he has to fulfill himself to believe he's that after he took that fucking goddamn cannon up his ass. Yeah, I'm masculine. That's bullshit. He's feminine. You going against a woman, that's feminine energy, nigga. Who does that? You trying to wipe out pussy? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, bozo. All right, so we are done. I'm just telling you right now, you've been duped. Some of y'all like, me, how do we get? You can't come out of it. You fucked already. It's all you already over there. You know, die over there, nigga. You're worthless. Male and female, you believe is dumb. If 50 Cent's first baby mother's a dumb bitch. She had a kid with this nigga. Oh, now the nigga's a fucking billionaire and the son can't get shit. He got a shit. 50 got so much of power. He got niggas on the internet that never met him sucking his dick. Like, fuck his son. He's old now. Let him get a job. I'm telling you. 50 got a fan base of fucking losers. Believe me, he has a lot of impact. A lot of fucking influence. Okay? He has a lot of influence. You know, to me, listen, to me, man, misogynistic, manosphere men should all just go to hell. You know what I mean? I mean, we could do, but again, the problem is it's going to be 70% of the nation. You would have, it's going to be long. You don't want everybody to be dead. So let these niggas suffer so we can enjoy watching them. You know what I'm saying? Get fucked over and over and over. Even as he's rich, he gets it. Look at Diddy. He couldn't take the bitch was rejecting him, trying to get away. He's beating her ass because they're losers. I don't give a fuck how much money they got. All right, don't fucking pay attention to these motherfucking fucking goddamn ass busters. Okay? These niggas is taking dick in their ass, I promise you. And if they don't, they sucking dick. It's one of niggas because they do it to each other. They're anti-woman. Gay motherfuckers do that. What is a gay man? He has feminine energy and he don't like pussy. As a matter of fact, pussy will make him throw up. Okay? Now, if he's in a cult, if the gay shit is a cult, right? Like the entertainment industry, all right? If it's a cult, you have to promote, as a cult member, you have to promote the cult. Am I lying, ladies and gentlemen? As a cult member, you have to give the cult publicity. You have to do that. That's what it's about as a cult. Your people are under your power. So you're listening to these worthless motherfuckers, okay? You seen a leader. The leader came off. He duped them. Kevin Samuels duped them. He used them, pimped them, got rich and got the fuck. Isn't it ironic once we found out he was worth $10 million off of YouTube? How is that possible? I'll tell you how possible it is, because he had influence on that shit-o. There's a lot of money in being a Kevin Samuels. Believe me. Just all you got to do is go get that beard kit, get a whole bunch of black dye, all right? Put your hair in dreads and fucking paint the goddamn receded hairline, all right? Wear some black fingernail polish, all right? Go to Atlanta, get fucked in the ass, and you can make a channel, all right? And every time you get horny, go fuck another nigga and another one. It has its benefits for you freaky niggas. So go ahead and do it. You're worthless. Don't listen to them. All right? Nothing they can say it will validate nothing, because it's a cult. I don't fuck with cults. Oh, yeah, Trump is doing this in Iran. That's a cult leader. If one of his damn boys pop up there as members, they're gonna go right against your ass. Hey, watch who you talking about, Willis? I'm telling you, they go the fuck off because he got control. He knows his whole people. One thing I give him, at least he knows his followers are dirt. See, one thing about a cult leader, he knows his followers are pieces of shit because they're there. You get it? My valuable, my followers are worthy because I give inspiration. He has influence. Influence is more powerful than inspiration. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? That's right. Yeah, don't believe me? Tell me your son went to school and he's under the influence of drugs and see how hard it is to get him off that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a good night. All right, you've been warned. Okay? So now you could do it. It's a stupid test. So is you a dumb fuck or you dummy? Which one are you? Because if you believe any of them niggas, you's one dumb fuck. Okay? That's what you are. They're worthless. Any fucking code is worthless. Okay? All right? Feds can't even break them up because they can hide behind it's a secret society. Look it up. See if I'm bullshitting. That shit is going on 55 years in the making. It fell off for some years because they started to lose influence, and that shithole YouTuber brought them right back. That shithole, what they call him, YouTube creator. Okay, and you have to promote misogyny. That's how you break up male and female relationships. Especially, you can't interact with misogyny. You can't sit and have a dinner with misogyny. You can't fuck a nigga with misogyny. Okay? You're going to not want to be bothered. He's going to get angry because now he got to go fuck a man and he's going to blame it on you. That's what he does. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. You have a goddamn good night. Class is dismissed.